What's going on, people? I'm Alex Thorn, and I'm just a rock and roller who likes to watch movies while wearing a bandana. And this time, my favorite fruity drink is Angry Orchard. I love ciders, and they've gotten together with the Jason universe for a short film called Sweet Revenge. Now, there's a ton of stuff that I want to talk about with the Jason universe, but we'll talk about that a little later after the review of the movie, or short, or vignette, or whatever you want to call it. But right away, it's 15 minutes or less, right around the 13 to 15 minute mark. Just cool, right? It starts off, it's at a camp like all other Friday the 13th movies. And then very quickly, with nothing really transpiring, we've got the main girl saying that she's willing to go skinny dipping, in a sense. And then she's waiting for her boyfriend. And so she gets tired of waiting and she goes out into the water, into the lake. As we've seen in many Jason movies, Jason pops out and grabs her, and we fade to black. And when he grabbed her, it was daytime. When she comes and pops out of the water, it is nighttime. But she looks like exhaustedly different. Once she gets out of the water, she approaches the cabin looking at her boyfriend. And the reason he was late, which was he was kissing one of the other chicks that was with them in the friend group. And right behind her is Jason. And when we first see Jason, it's very close up. And he looks good in those shots. He's clearly much bigger than the female, grabs her by the throat, tosses her through the window. Everybody freaks out, and now he's going to go in there and attack all of the friends and kill them in gruesome ways. The effects in which he kills them look great. What doesn't look great is Jason. Jason is ridiculously scrawny. The actor playing Jason is ridiculously scrawny, in that new mask, which looks very odd with these squarish kind of eye holes. I don't understand the point of redesigning the mask to the point where it looks like a cheap knockoff mask. If I saw this mask at Walgreens, I would laugh and be like, haha, you know, they're just trying to rip off of Jason. And now we have the official Jason universe giving us a terrible looking mask, a very anorexic, young looking Jason, which rewrites all of the movies that we've seen, right? Because he was already pretty big with shoulders and mass on him. 3, he's got these massive shoulders, and 5, either way, Jason's big. This Jason is not any of that. So they've really got to go back to the drawing board with this design. But nonetheless, the girl that her boyfriend was kissing runs out of the house, gets the keys from the main girl in here, zombified girl, whatever. They drive off in a car away from the cabin, and she gets a machete through her. Not by Jason, but by the girl. And then the girl goes back and she confronts Jason, and they're about to clash with each other, because I am guessing now this girl is resurrected because of that lake. They introduced something new here. Now look, I'm okay with introducing some new things into the Jason universe, right? Part 7 with the new blood introduced that Carrie psychic gimmick. You know, things can work. Maybe that lake is what resurrected Jason. Maybe that's what they're trying to get to. But you know, then again, there's a lot of people that may have died in that lake. And you're going to tell me that they're all going to be, you know, reincarnated as zombies now? I don't know. But it's something to play with Jason going forward. Now, before we get fully into the Jason universe, I do want to give this short movie presented by Angry Orchard a bandana rating. And Sweet Revenge is going to get 3 bandanas out of 5. It's a safe bet. You're not going to waste a lot of time because it is 13 to 15 minutes long. It doesn't look like crap. I certainly have seen worse fan movies on YouTube, and this looks perfectly fine, kind of like Tubi. And I did see some of the comments saying that this looks like it's straight to video. This looks bad. Look, Jason isn't high top cinema in the first place, and horror movies, you know, aren't in the first place. So this to be produced so quickly and to be done the way it is actually looks really cool. I don't want to see the gore really nastily when it comes to Jason movies. It's a slasher film. I don't mind seeing Jason come up and then seeing the shadow and then seeing blood splatter somewhere. That's cool. I can deal with that. But the worst part of all of this, again, it's not the idea, it's the Jason that they chose, that design. They've actually made the Jason in the movie look worse than the Jason design that looks like it's AI as well, that they put out for the Jason universe. So for all of those factors, it is gonna be 3 bandanas out of 5. You're not missing much of your life by just watching it. And now, let's talk about that Jason universe, man. I don't get what this is. I don't know what this is. I don't understand what the Jason universe is. I've heard that the people in charge of the Jason universe are saying, well, we're paying attention. We're reading the comments. Are you? Because it's pretty easy to figure out and do Jason. Even when Ronnie Yu wanted to make Jason bigger and make him like a samurai in Jason versus Freddy, Freddy versus Jason, we accepted that because the look was there. And in the reboot, very clear that this is a mongoloid, that this man is strong AF. And you guys are looking for suggestions on what we can do next with Jason. Make it right. It's been laid out for you in 12 sequels and movies. What's confusing about that? So I don't get that. And then they're, you know, taking Jason and putting him in a bunch of video games. And now there's an Angry Orchard Jason beer. Okay, you know, I love Angry Orchard, so I'll pick it up anyways. But I don't understand the direction that Jason is going in at all. Do you? Let's talk about all things Friday the 13th, Jason Universe, and Sweet Revenge down below. In the comment section, I am going to leave a link to watch this if you haven't seen it yet, and it'll also be in the description. And if you're feeling so generous, check out this channel's memberships. There are a ton of benefits such as early viewing, exclusive lives, exclusive reviews just for members, and members only membership cards shipped straight to you. And if you don't feel like committing to that, you can always leave me a super chat, super thanks, or buy me a coffee.
That's right. Buy me a coffee right now is a way that you can support somebody like me for making videos just for you guys, doing what we love to do. But guess what? If you buy me a coffee, at least you're fueling the journey. And right now, Buy Me a Coffee has an update to where when you leave your note of why you have gifted me coffee, I can respond back to you in video form.
With all that being said, guys, I hope you enjoy your weekend. I'm Alex Thorn, and you know what I gotta do. I gotta rock out, watch some movies, and review them for you.